What's up, guys? Fanrantan here, back with another video. And this one, I will be opening the Winter Polar Bear set. This is this year's Christmas theme. So, without further ado, let's build our cute little polar bears. So, it looks like we have 6 numbered bags that go up to bag 3. We've also got some instructions, and then 2 of these 8 by 8 loose plates. So, let's get into bags number 1. Alright, so, going on to bag number 1. First off, we're going to start with this 3x3 plate. Then I'm going to need this 1x6 brick, followed by another 3x3 plate. Then I'm going to need 2 1x1 bricks with 1 stud on one side. Then I'm going to need 2 1x1 plates to put on either side. Alright, next I'm going to need a 1x4 plate. Next I'm going to need 2 of these 1x2 pieces. You'd think I know what they were called after all this time, but I don't. Alright, now, gonna need this 2x2 plate, followed by a 1x2 plate, or 1x2 brick. Then I'm gonna need a 2x2 reverse sloped brick, as well as a 1x2 plate. Then I'm going to need another 1x2 plate to put on the bottom here. Then this is going to go in like so. Next I'm going to need this 2x3 plate. Then I'm going to need this 2x2 plate. Next I'm going to need 2 1x1x2 bricks with 2 studs on one side. Next I'm going to need 2 1x2 plates. Then I'm going to need 2 1x4 plates. Alright, now going to need 2 of these 1x2 pieces that has a kind of 1x1 cheese slope on one side. Then I am going to need this 1x3 sloped plate. Then I'm going to put that on like so. And have these go on like that. I think. Okay, yeah, it is like that. Here is the other one. Alright, there that is. Next, I'm going to need these 1x2 by 2 sloped brick. Next, I'm going to need a 1x2 brick. followed by two 2x2 plates. All right, now I'm going to need 4 1x1 plates, putting 2 on top of each other like this. Don't know why they didn't use the 1x2 or 1x1x2 plate, but all right, now I'm going to need a 1x1 plate with a 1x1 vertical plate going up. Going to need 2 of those. Then I'm going to need 2 of the 1x1 smooth plates that has a rounded side to it. Ugh. All right. Next, going to need 2 more of these pieces to go on the inside like so. Next, I'm going to need 2 1x1 cheese slope pieces, followed by 2 1x2 sloped plates. Going like so. Next, I'm going to need a 1x2x2 brick with 4 studs on one side, followed by 2 1x1 bricks. Come on. All right, next I'm going to need 2 more of these 1x2x2 slanted bricks. Next I'm going to need 2 1x2 plates. Then I'm going to need another 1x2 plate. And then I'm going to need this slanted 2x2 plate that the bottom of the slant comes to a point. This will go on like so. Next, I'm going to need a 1x1 cheese slope. Then we're going to need a 1x1 plate followed by another 1x1 cheese slope, just of a different color, which will go on like so. Next, I'm going to need 3 of these 1x2 jumper plates. I believe that's what they're called. And then I'm going to need 2 1x1 quarter circle plates to go on like so. Next, I'm going to need 2 1x1 plates followed by 2 1x1 cheese slopes. But first, I'm going to need a 1x2 or a 2x2 plate followed by a 1x2 cheese slope. Then these guys will go on like so. All right, now we are building his head. So, first I'm going to need one 1x2 plate, followed by another 1x2 plate, followed by a third 1x2 plate, this one of a different color. Then I'm going to need this 1x1 brick with a Technic hole through it. Then I'm going to need a 1x1 plate with a 1x1 vertical plate going up. Next, I'm going to need a 1x1 rounded smooth plate, followed by a 1x3 plate. Then I'm going to need a 1x2 plate, followed by a 1x1 smooth plate. Next, I'm going to need a another 1x3 plate, then another 1x1 plate. Next, I'm going to need a 2x3 plate. Then I'm going to need two more of these 1x2 bricks with 1x2 bricks. Then I'm going to need two 2x2 rounded smooth plates. Alright, so these will go on like so. Next, I'm going to need 3 of the 1x1 cheese slopes. Next, I'm going to need a 1x3 plate, followed by a 2x3 plate, followed by a 1x3 plate, followed by a 1x2 smooth sloped plate, followed by 2 of these weird 1x1 top rounded plates. Then this is going to go here. Now I'm going to need 2 of these 1x1x2 bricks with 2 studs on one side. Then we're going to need one of the eyepieces. 1x1 eyepieces, followed by a 1x1 cheese slope. Then we're going to need to do the same thing for the other side. Alright, there he is. Now, I'm going to need a 1x2 plate, followed by 2 1x1 plates. Then I'm going to need another 1x1 plate. Next, I'm going to need 3 of these 1x2 reversed plates to go here, here, and here. Next, I'm going to need this 1x2 brick with a technical in it, followed by a 1x2 cheese slope, followed by this Technic rod. Then I'm going to connect this guy on. And Polar Bear number 1 is complete. On to bag number 2. Alright, so Starting off bag number 2, I'm going to grab one of these guys. Then I'm going to need a 2x8 plate. Next, I'm going to need this 3x6 rounded plate with a 1x2 cutout in the center. Then I am going to need 2 of these rounded 1x5 plates, I guess. Then I'm going to need 2 of these 3x3 plates with a rounded edge. Then I'm going to need a 2x3 plate, followed by a 1x1 plate, followed by a 1x2 transparent plate, or see-through plate. Next, I'm going to need this 2x8 plate. Then I'm going to need 2 2x3 plates, one of each a different color, so one of white, one of gray. Then I'm going to need another 1x2 transparent plate, and then a 1x2 smooth transparent plate. Then I'm going to need this 2x6 plate. Followed by a 1x2 plate. Followed by a 1x1 plate, followed by a 1x2 transparent plate. Then I'm going to need this 1x6 plate. Followed by this 1x4 plate. Alright, next, gonna need this 1x4 smooth plate, followed by a 1x2 smooth plate, followed by a 1x1 smooth plate, then 2 1x1 quarter circle smooth plates. So, and that will end up like so. Then I'm going to need another 1x2 smooth plate. Going to need a 1x6 smooth plate. I'm going to need another 1x4 smooth plate. And then another 1x2 smooth plate. Next, I'm going to need a 1x2 jumper plate. 2 more of the 1x1 quarter circle plates. 2 1x1 smooth plates. And then a 1x1 smooth plate to go in the center like so. Now, I'm going to need 1x2 cheese slope. Then I'm going to need 3 1x2 sloped plates. There, and there. Then I'm going to need 2 more of the 1x1 quarter circle plates. I'm going to need a 1x1 stud. Then I'm going to need 3 1x1 smooth studs, which go on like so. Then I'm going to need a 2x3 plate, followed by a 1x1 plate. Next, I'm going to need a 1x2 plate, followed by a 1x1 plate. Then I'm going to need this other 8x8 plate. Now, I'm going to need this 1x2 plate, followed by 2 1x2 smooth plates. Go in here, here. Next, I'm going to need this 2x2 plate, followed by this 1x2 curved piece, or quarter circle piece, and then another 1x1 quarter circle piece. Alright, then gonna need this 2x4 plate. I'm gonna need another 3 1x2 smooth plates. Then I'm gonna need a 1x2 jumper. Then 2 more of the quarter circle 1x1s. So there that is. Now I'm just gonna need to fill out the other side. So first off, gonna need another 1x2 smooth plate. Then I'm gonna need a 1x2 transparent, or 2 1x2 transparent plates. That might have been the one that dropped. Yep. Never mind, it was only one. That was there before. Then, I'm gonna need a 2x4 plate, followed by another 1x1 quarter circle, and then the 1x3 quarter circle. Then I'm going to need a 1x4 smooth plate, and then another 1x4, another one of these pieces. Now I'm going to need a 1x6 plate. Followed by 2 of the rounded or sloped 1x2 plates, which will go here and here. Then I'm going to need a 1x2 plate, followed by a 1x4 plate, and a 1x1 plate. Then, gonna need this 1x4 plate, followed by a 1x1 G-slope, and a stud. Then I'm going to need 2 1x1 plates, followed by 2 more of the cheese slope, 1x1 cheese slopes. Jeez, okay. Next, I'm going to need 2 more of the cheese slopes. Also going to need a 1x1 brick, a 1x1 plate, and then a stud. Alright, there you go. Next, I'm going to need one of the flower pieces, like the 1x1 kind of small flower pieces, followed by another 1x1 stud. Next, I'm going to need 2 1x1 plates, and then another 1x1 flowered stud. Alright, there that is. Alright. Set the rest of this off to the side and get to bag number 3. Alright, so starting off our final bag, gonna need this 4x4 plate. Then, gonna need to find 8 1x1 cheese slopes. To go like so. Let me know in the comments, guys, what is your favorite Christmassy type animal? I mean, the reindeer is definitely up there, but honestly, penguins are probably my number 1. Alright, getting on to this. I'm going to need a 2x2 plate with 2 studs on one side. I'm going to need a 1x2 brick, followed by a 1x2 plate, and a 1x2 cheese slope. Probably also over here. There we go. Next, I'm going to need a 1x2 cheese slope, or 1x2 jumper plate, followed by a 1x1 plate that has a rounded edge. This is going on like so. Then I'm going to need this 2x3 plate, followed by 2 1x2 plates. Then I'm going to need a 1x2 brick, followed by 2 1x1 bricks with 1 stud on either side, as well as 2 1x1 rounded plates. Then I'm going to need a 1x2 plate, followed by a 1x2 plate with a 2x2 plate vertical plate going down. Next, I'm going to need a 2x2 plate with 2 studs on one side, and then 2 of these guys. That's going to go like so. Next, I'm going to need 2 of the eyepieces. 2 of the 1x1 eyepieces. Then I'm going to need a 1x2 plate, followed by a 1x2 jumper plate, and a 1x1 stud to go on like so. Then this is going to connect on like so. Next, I'm going to need this 2x2 sloped plate. Then I'm going to need the reverse, so I'm going to need a 2x2 plate followed by 2 of the reversed 1x2 plates. That will go on like so. Next, I'm going to need 4 of these 1x2 reverse sloped plates. Next, I'm going to need to do 4 of these, so I'm going to need this rounded 1x2 plate. Then I'm going to need the 1x1 rounded plate with the rounded side. Then I'm going to need a 1x1 plate. And I'm going to need 3 more of those. Alright, and as we complete this last guy, going to put him on. There are his little bear paws. Alright, going to set this guy off to the side. Next, I'm going to need this 2x4 plate, followed by a 4x4 plate, followed by 2 2x2 plates with a angle cut out of one side, one corner. Then I'm going to need a 2x4 smooth plate and a 2x2 smooth plate. Next, I'm going to need 2 1x6 plates, followed by 8 1x1 studs. Have those go on like so. Here is the other one. Here is the Z sled. Put our little polar bear on. Slides over here. So we can complete our Christmas tree. So, starting at the base, gonna need this 1x1 brick, followed by a stud, followed by a 1x1 brick with 4 studs on each side. Then I'm going to need 2 1x1 studs, followed by another one of the all-sided thing. Then, going to need a 1x1 plate. That just doesn't want to work with me. Alright, now going to need 2 of these 3x6 plates, 2 2x4 plates, and then 2 2x2 plates. Which now I'm going to put a yellow, red, and blue transparent stud on this one. We'll connect these on like so. I'm just going to quickly do that, because I'm basically going to need to do the same thing and just put the lights in a different order for the next side. So, and I'm basically going to need to do the same thing this side, just the lights are in a different spot. Alright, so here is what the other side looks like. Now I'm just going to have to fit these guys in like so. Now for the little star on top. Going to need a 1x1 plate with a 1x1 vertical stud going up. Then I'm going to need a 1x1 plate. Then a 1x1 plate with a vertical stud going down. Then I'm going to need 3 of the 1x1 G-slopes. Then, just going to plop that on top like so. Put this guy on like so. I feel like I miss... Yeah, okay. This 1x2 goes on the front of the sled. Okay. That's where I missed it. Alright, so... bringing these guys over. And here is our final product. So, that is going to be it for this video, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe, as well as go follow me on Instagram at FanRantan, as well as go check out my Patreon, also under FanRantan, as well as go check out my other 2 channels, one being a D&D channel called Drunkards and Dumbasses. We have recently started uploading again, so that is always good. As well as go check out my racing podcast where I review the NASCAR and F1 races. Although that channel is pretty much done for the year. I might have one video to upload still, but we'll get there when we get there. Thank you all very much for watching once again, and we will see you tomorrow for another Advent Calendar opening. Peace.